It has been a long winter in Ohio. It's the end of February. We got 2 warm days coming. Tomorrow, highs in the 50s, lows in the 30s. Wednesday, highs in the 70s. Let's go moto camping. So I just found out I'm getting the day off on Wednesday. So I have less than 20 hours to pack, prepare. I still have to work in the morning, and then I'm going to head down to Kentucky for a little overnight moto camp. The key is keep all of your gear in one area. The stuff that can always be packed up, leave it packed up. That way it's just grab and go. I haven't been on a moto camp in several months because of the winter. So I did break everything out, looked at it, and then just threw it all back in the bag and just threw it on the bike. No plan, let's just head to Kentucky. So today we're just gonna go and check out some like water bodies. We're gonna head down into Kentucky from Ross County, Ohio. Check out Grayson Lake, Cave Run Lake, maybe see a couple waterfalls. I don't really know, to be honest. I am just going to keep it open. I don't have a route planned. That's pretty unusual for me. First camping ride on the GS, first camping trip for 2023, and it's still winter. So we'll see you out there. Here we go, Kentucky bound. Peace. Well, we're just south of Bainbridge, and we are coming up on Pike Lake. My first time moto vlogging, I guess, with the handlebar camera, so we're upgrading, moving on up. Coming up on the beautiful highest state parks, Pike Lake. There's a little bit of Pike Lake State Park. That is a beautiful spot. Great camping grounds. If you ever run the Southern Ohio Adventure Loop, that's a nice place to camp on the north end. All right, well, the sun is out. Headed into Kentucky. That's what the Ohio River looks like right now. Welcome to Kentucky. And we made it to Grayson Lake. I have no idea where I'm going. I'm just cruising. Well, on today's menu, we've got a delicious wrap with cabbage and spinach artichoke dip and chicken, cucumbers, and just a little bit of ranch. And I'm ready for it. I am starving. Well, that was a delicious lunch at Grayson Lake. How about the triple-decker boat with a huge water slide? Just took a shot here on State Highway 711, and it's stinking beautiful. It's water dripping off the rocks, nice little stream. Reminds me of Hocking Hills area in Ohio. Waterfall. I have to go back and look at that. Got a waterfall up here. Got a waterfall down here. And we are in Daniel Boone. And there is part of Cave Run Lake. We are just about to the Paragon dispersed camp area. I have never been there. Came down here a couple times last year, and it wasn't open. I don't know why. It's just temporarily closed. But now it's open back up, and we're going to have a look-see. Looks like it sits pretty close to the water. That's cool. Forest Service is considering closing this area to all camping. Why? Large amounts of garbage. That's not unusual. The dispersed area is okay, and there's even one spot that has some firewood, but I don't know, there's already 2 people driven down there. I don't know, it might end up being like a party spot for the locals, so I see a little road over here. I don't know if I can get down in there. You never know about these things. But we're going to try it out and see what happens. Alright, we're trying this little dead-end road that's in the middle of the National Forest. We'll have to double check and make sure if we decide to camp somewhere that it is actually in the National Forest in Daniel Boone. This is muddy. We better just check this out before we get too much farther. Well, the dead-end road wasn't in Daniel Boone National Forest, so the search continues. That would have been nice up there because there was nobody around and I was on top of the hill and had a little bit of a signal. And now we're headed back down to the bottom by the lake, and I'm just going to hit a couple side roads, and if nothing works out, I'm going to head back to the dispersed camp area at Paragon. We found a good spot right here along this old closed down road. It's in Daniel Boone. The lake's right down here. Yeah, so we're going to give it a shot and get a camp set up. We are all set up at Daniel Boone. Perfect timing. The sun is setting. We got a great location here. I got my chair set up. We got the campfire going. Everything's in the tent. We got our bed set up, sleeping bag set up, and we are going to cook some supper and relax. We're having some chicken teriyaki. Pad worse, because all you need to do is just go camp. That's the most important thing. Just get out there and do it. So I'm going to get me something to eat. I'm probably going to crawl into bed and call it an early night. So we'll see you in the morning. Well, there's nothing quite like a campfire, hot cup of coffee, and 4:30 in the morning. Well, it's 7 o'clock, March 1st. Camp store down, leave no trace. We're gonna head down here and have a look at the water. So today, we're just exploring. I'm just gonna go as far south in Kentucky as I can get on some of the Kentucky Adventure Trail or Kentucky Adventure Tour. And then about noon, I'm gonna turn around and head back home on the main road. So yeah, we got 5 hours of good exploration to do. There's a dairy bar back here that's open and there's cars there. And I'm assuming they're serving breakfast at 7:30 and not ice cream. We are about to find out. Morning. Well, it smells like breakfast. I take it they serve breakfast here? All right. Well, I just finished up a delicious breakfast at the Dairy Freeze or something Freeze. I'm terrible with names. And we're headed down to scout out some of the Kentucky Adventure Tour, as I would like to come down here too up with the better half this summer on our way to the Smoky Mountain 500. So we're headed down. We're going to take main roads till we get there. So once we get closer and get some cooler roads, I'll come back and check in with you. Getting into one of my favorite areas down here in the Daniel Boone National Forest, the Nada Tunnel. Wasn't going to go this way today, but then I thought, why not? It's one of the highlights. This road leading up to it, coming from the north, is just spectacular. Big rock wall views. You really need to take your time and just see it all. The Silver Bridge. All right, so we're coming up on the Nada Tunnel. This thing was made by hand. Like, people chiseled this thing out. It's crazy. Yeah, this is just spectacular. Oh my God, it's so nice down here. Maybe the closest thing to the West Coast that's close to my house. Here we go. Might be some ice in here. Looks like we're just going into hell. There you can see the other side. Yeah, a little sketchy, I'd say. Pretty stinking cool. The sound of the bike's pretty awesome. Dig it. See what it looks like on this end. Isn't that cool? And this is where you'd head in to go check out the natural bridge. Let's check it out. Up here on the left is the Mill Creek Dam area. Check out this waterfall coming out of the Mill Dam area. Isn't that something? Dig it. Wednesday, March 1st. Supposed to be working, but not. Can't beat it kind of day. Okay, so this says that way. So the Kentucky Adventure Tour is for real, because this thing right here, where they want you to go, that's no joke. Nice little section. Pretty down here. Okay, so the blue track on the north end of this Kentucky Adventure Tour does have some gravel, but so far it's easy. So I'm just going to go ahead and assume that's the case. If you stay on the main track so far on the north end, that I can do it 2 up. I say that, you know, that's usually the last famous last words. Nice little hill. This will be a fun one to come up. This road is awesome. Looks like you can go either way, but I am going right. I better go ahead and put this in off-road mode. We can get some traction, because it looks like we might need it. There's a river down here and everything. There's the majestic beast. Getting ready to tackle this hill. Let's see what we got here on this hill climb. He's a little wet. This might be some pretty sketchy stuff. It's either going to be a really cool trail or I'm going to come back. Yeah, it's all right. Oh, yeah. Uh-oh. This don't look good at all. Not good at all. This looks like a job for a saw. All right. Down here on Kentucky Adventure Trail, Big Andy Road. Did my part as an Ohio guy. And I got that trail opened up for you guys. We're getting into some sketchier stuff here. Not sure how good of an idea this is. All pretty hard bottom. Till it's not. I'll tell you what, this is just a sweet trail. This bike is just so balanced. Left looks soft. It's probably all soft. Oh, uh-oh. That was bad. This might be problematic. Yeah. I think I just screwed myself. What'd you do that for, Jay? Just out in the middle of nowhere down in Kentucky. Oh, boy. Well, how's this going to work? Big heavy bike. Street tires. What could go wrong? That would have been a good time to hop off the bike and walk through the dang thing and see which side is better. Tell you what, we still have a long way to go on this trail. This is probably not wise. I'll never make it out of here if I keep doing this, but man, I hate turning around. I can get through it. Yeah. Dig it. There's a thing on this stinking map that says creek. I sure hope it doesn't mean crossing. Should not be down here with stinking street tires. If I had some real tread on this bike, this wouldn't be bad. Okay, here comes the creek crossing. This looks like I'm screwed, because it just don't go anywhere. Well, shoot. Well, sure was pretty. Had to turn her around, much as I hate to do it. Now we gotta see if we can get out of here. Well, first camping trip of the year. First camping trip for the GS. First time the GS almost got left for dead. Lots of firsts. Dig it. Yeah, this is the one that got me last time. All I had to do was go over here. Yeah, about got me again. That was so soft. Funny how everything's hard pack and then all of a sudden there's just that one thing. Okay, it looks like we're gonna make it out alive. So in hindsight, we probably should have just turned around there, but that wouldn't make for a very good video now, would it? Well, I said it'd be fun to go up this hill, so let's find out. Whoop. Well, we have meandered our way back towards Miguel's Pizza. It's only 11:30. Hoping that they're open because I really want some Miguel's Pizza. I see a car. I see several cars. Yeah. All right. Well, we got the old girl all cleaned up.
Why are we here? To live? How do we live? That question is as old as time. I think we live by learning and exploring. For me, a motorcycle and a day off work calls for adventure. Adventure is defined as an unusual and exciting, typically hazardous experience or activity, the exploration of an unknown territory. Once you discover this passion for adventure, you will discover why we are here and what it means to live.